Hi guys, welcome to my channel, The Golden Cruiser. I'm Cindy, and today we're going to be talking about some cruise bar secrets. So in this video today, we're going to go over some cruise bar secrets. Maybe you know these, maybe you don't, but let's talk about them a little bit. So go ahead and grab a drink, maybe a cocktail or a beer or something, since we are having this discussion about bars. Get a snack, sit back and relax, and let's talk about cruising. So number one is starting your cruise with a double. Now you get on the ship right away, you head right for the bar, and you order a double of whatever your favorite drink is, and then you order another double and so on, and then you get multiple rounds. Well, this kind of flags you. Since this is the very first day, you haven't even been to your muster drill yet, the ship hasn't left yet, and you're drinking like no tomorrow. This puts a flag out that you may be a problem cruiser drinking too much, and they do note this on your account so that other bartenders can see this. They keep an eye on you. If you start getting a little bit loud or you're with a party getting a little rowdy, security will be in there watching you. So be careful of this on the very first day. Don't overdo it. You're on there for whatever length cruise you're on. You don't have to do it all as soon as you get on the ship. So just be careful and mindful about that. Number two is sharing your drink package. Now you took out the drink package, but guess what? You cannot share it with other passengers that don't have it. So be mindful of this. Maybe you met a new friend or you're with family that doesn't have the drink package and you want to get them a drink. So you order from the bar and then you turn around and hand that drink to your new friend. Well, guess what? The bartender just saw you do that. They also have little cameras that you can't see that kind of looks over the whole bar area, and they know when you're doing this. So if they catch you doing this, you will no longer have the drink package, and sometimes the cruise lines will make it so you can't even buy a drink at the bar for the rest of your cruise. So don't do this. Don't share your drink package. If you met someone new or there's a family member with you without the drink package and you want to get them a drink, buy it for them. Buy them a drink, use your drink package for yourself, and everything will be great. Number three, ignoring the small print. Now you're excited because you took out that unlimited drink package. You saw those words unlimited and you knew you were going for that drink package. Well, guess what? You need to read the small print because it's not unlimited. Some of the ships, you have certain amount of drinks per day, like 15 drinks a day, 10 drinks per day. Depending on the cruise line, some are unlimited, but then other ones you can only spend up to a certain amount, like up to $12, up to $15, and anything over that you have to pay for. So you need to check into this. Don't just think it's all unlimited for anything you want, any kind of alcohol, as much as you want, because usually it's not. Usually there's a limit on it. So just check the small print or ask when you order. Number four is being rude or confrontational. You've seen this before. A passenger might be up there and they're mad at that bartender. They slam their glass down and they're shouting and yelling at them for some reason, like maybe they think their drink is too watered down or something. Well, it's not good to be rude to the passenger. That's not good to the crew member. That's not going to get you anywhere. You can say it in a calm manner. Just tell them what your problem is calmly, and you're more likely to get good results from it. Slamming that down, again, is going to put you on that list showing you were a rude passenger, which other bartenders can see and any crew members can see. You don't want to be on that list. So if you're nice to the bartender, maybe you're going to come back to that bar on other days. You get to know them. You ask their name. You're friendly. That might get you a little extra pour in your drink or something. Being friendly is the best way to go. Number five is leaving your drink unattended. Now, say you have to get up and go to the restroom or you're going to go somewhere real quick. Don't leave your drink unattended. Take it with you. I know that's kind of weird if you're going to the restroom. Or leave it with a friend that's with you or family or someone that's with you. If you're in a group, just tell them to watch your drink. This is very rare that this has happened, but it has happened at some point where someone has drugged the drink when the person is gone. So they come back, their drink looks the same, they drink it, and then they start feeling dizzy or funny or something like that. Or the crew has come around, thinks you've left for the night, and they pick up your drink and take it away. So don't leave it unattended. Maybe wait until you're done with your drink, then use the restroom. Or if you come back and you still had a little bit of drink, you might just consider ordering a new drink, especially if you have the drink package, because then you don't have to pay for another drink. Number 6 is tipping for extra strong drinks. Now, some passengers might think if they pull out a wad of money and say to the bartender, hey, I'll give you this if you make my drink extra strong, they're going to get it. They're not, because if the cruise member gets caught doing this, they can lose their job. They have very strict rules of what they can and what they cannot do. And it might get you put on a list again, showing that you were trying to bribe the bartender. So don't do that. Don't bribe them by giving them tips, saying, give me a stronger drink or something. If you want a stronger drink, just pay for it and you'll get that without any issues. You'll have a much better experience. Number 7 is assuming your drink package works everywhere. Now, I heard about this where a person went into the martini bar and had a couple of martinis, and then at the end of the cruise, when they got their bill, they were charged for them. Well, guess what? On some cruise lines, certain specific bars or areas like the martini bar, some wine bars, they're not included in the drink package. And also some alcohols like rare alcohols or the higher up priced alcohols, they aren't included in your drink package. Now the crew isn't going to tell you this, they're just going to serve it to you and bill you. So you might want to check this ahead of time. If you're in a specialty bar or something, ask them, is this included in the drink package? And if they say no, then you can either choose to pay for it or you can go to another bar. But just be aware of that. Number 8 is skipping tips in port. Now some passengers are used to having online, the gratuities already paid for in their bar on the cruise ship, which all gratuities are usually included to your bartender. If you get the drink package, gratuities are already included. If you go up there and buy an alcoholic drink, gratuities are already included. You will see that at the end of your bar tab. It's like an 18% gratuity that automatically gets taken out. Now, if you want to leave another tip for your bartender because they were extra special, you can do that. But just remember, when you're in port, normally gratuities are not taken out of those bar tabs. So you should leave a tip for those bartenders in port. But you can check the receipt before you do that. Make sure gratuities weren't taken out, but normally they're not in port. But a lot of passengers assume they are because they are on the cruise ship, but they aren't always. Number 9 is not tracking your spending, and this can get you into trouble. You're enjoying your cruise, you're having drinks, you're going to specialty dining, and then bam, your final bill comes and you're like in shock. It really adds up and you're not really aware of it. You're just giving your card everywhere to purchase things and everything. So the best thing to do is check your balance on your app on a daily basis. I usually check mine. I go to bed in the evening, usually watching TV to unwind and relax, and I pull up the app and I just look at what was spent during the day to make sure I wasn't charged for something that I shouldn't have been charged for, or, then that way you can go take care of it right away with guest services the next day or whatever, instead of waiting to the last day when you have this huge bill because you didn't know that you were drinking somewhere you shouldn't have. And so checking each day will prevent that, and you can take care of it early. Number 10 is crossing the line with the crew. Now, one of the highlights of sailing is how nice and awesome the crew are. They're so friendly and helpful. At least in my experience of all my cruises, I've never had a bad crew member. They've always been so extremely nice. It's important to know that their warmth is part of their profession and not, just them like coming on to you or hitting on you. They have very strict rules that they are not allowed to mingle with the passengers or, flirt or do anything with the passengers. They could lose their job. So people that are flirting with them, or maybe you're touching them, touching their arm, and you think nothing of it, or telling them flirty or inappropriate jokes, sometimes this might get reported on your cruise file that you were doing this. They take this very seriously for cruise members not to be flirting. So just don't do that with them and put them in that position. Just be friendly and nice, but nothing that would cross the line and go into like more of a flirting or hitting on them. Number 11 is drink of the day gimmicks. Now you've seen those drink of the day out on the pool deck. They are on this tray standing there with these beautiful looking drinks in special glasses. Maybe there's some fruit sticking out of them or an umbrella, and they just look so pretty. You just want to get one. Now usually the drink of the day is more money than a regular cocktail. But the truth is, if you went to the bar, you could get the same exact cocktail, might be in a different glass and might not have the little umbrella or the fruit sticking out of it, but it would be the exact thing in a different glass for less money. So you might want to ask them, is this discounted today? And find out if it is on sale. If it's more money than a regular drink, just go into the bar, get the same drink for less money. It just won't look as pretty, I guess, but it will taste the same. One of the things I did on the cruise, they were coming around with the drinks out on the pool deck. I was with my son and granddaughter, and I'll show you this drink. This was the drink of the day. It was in this shark. And so I thought, oh, that's really cute. I'll get one for my son and granddaughter. They don't put too much alcohol in it or drink in it. Now I got my son got an alcohol drink and I don't know, like a pina colada or something. And my granddaughter got a virgin pina colada. Well, I didn't really ask how much this cost before I did it. And the two drinks in here, which weren't very much of a drink, came to over $50. So just be careful when you do this. I mean, we have these at home. They've never been used again. They just sit there. So be careful of that. I mean, it looks really cute and nice at the time, and I wanted to do something nice, and they enjoyed it. So it made them happy. It made me happy. But just be careful of these gimmicks and these cups and things that you probably won't ever use again. Number 12 is forgetting to hydrate. Now, drinking on a cruise ship and then being out in the sun, those just don't mix, and you can get dehydrated so quickly. So make sure you're drinking water along with your cocktails, beers, wine, whatever alcohol you're drinking. I always have a bottle of water and my drink there, and I'm taking turns drinking, my alcoholic drink, my water. Or they say after each cocktail or drink that you have, drink a bottle of water. You really need to stay hydrated. You could end up feeling really dizzy, drained, or too tired to do anything and just not feel good. So make sure you're drinking water. It will do your body and especially your liver good. So drink that water. You will feel better for it. 13, skipping bar events and classes. Now, a lot of passengers hear about these certain alcohol events they're having, like maybe bar crawls where you go from bar to bar on the cruise ship and get certain drinks, or mixology classes where they're teaching you how to mix drinks and letting you taste them, or tasting sessions. Some people assume that this is going to be a gimmick to sell their drinks and that it's going to be very high priced. But actually, I've heard that this is no more high priced than if you sat at a bar drinking for a while. It would end up being the same price. And in these things, you can get sample drinks, you can get recipes, you can meet a lot of new friends, and get tips on making various drinks. So next time you're looking at that, maybe look at it again and think maybe this might be worth it, and check some of those out. It might be a lot of fun. And then number 4 is treating bartenders like vending machines. Now, bartenders say that they do sometimes get these passengers. They'll usually be sitting in the back by themselves or something, looking very grumpy, and or they'll go up to order a drink. No eye contact, no smile. They don't say anything to the bartender. They just like order their drink gruffly, get it, and leave. And the bartenders are like, what did I do? So try to be a little nice to the bartenders. A small gesture goes a long way. Just say hello, how's your day, how's it going, something like that. And then the bartender will speak back kindly to you, and everybody can get along and just have a wonderful cruise. So the moral is treat your bartender and all the crews with kindness and respect, and you will get it back. Enjoy yourself on the cruise. Have a wonderful day, and enjoy your cocktail there by the pool or wherever you're at, and you'll have a wonderful cruise. So thank you for stopping by today. If you liked my video, please give it a thumbs up, and please consider subscribing to my channel. It really helps me out. So bye for now, and I hope to see you again real soon on the Golden Cruiser. Have a wonderful day.